For this video, about 10 microwaves were tested. For each microwave, the test consisted in opening and closing the door, entering a heating time of 2 minutes, and starting the microwave. This trial allowed me to define some characteristics that are important to look for when purchasing a microwave. Those characteristics are the opening mechanism of the door, the facility of defining the heating time, and some characteristics which are a little bit more personal, such as the place available inside the microwave, its position in the kitchen, and the ease of access. So this video will define the different characteristics you wish to look for when purchasing a microwave when you plan on using it with a robotic arm such as Jayco. Enjoy! In this trial, I saw two types of door opening mechanism. There was the push button and the handle. And without any doubt, you should purchase a microwave equipped with a push button. First of all, the approach of a button is much easier than the approach for a handle. In addition to that, the door with the push button is spring-loaded, and so pushing on the button creates an automatic opening of the door. If the head of Jayco is not placed properly, it may come in the way of the door opening, but this is not such a problem as you can still open it manually afterwards. Here you can see that it is a little bit more complicated and long to do the approach for a handle. First of all, you must achieve the proper angle. You may have the need to rotate the wrist in order to place two fingers into the handle. And then once the door is open, you still need to complete the opening motion as it is not spring-loaded as for a push button. Also, depending on where the microwave is placed, you may have difficulty to see what you are doing when you're playing with a handle. I found this is less a problem when you are using a push button. And as you can imagine, I am not standing behind the camera as I am doing those motions with Jayco. And as you can see in the following sequence, once the door is open, the Jayco is in the way of opening the door, and so it gets a little bit more complicated. And this handle, which sticks out of the door, is probably the worst door opening mechanism I saw. There could be many other ways to open this same door, but here is my first try. You can see that my finger, they slip on the handle. So on my next try, I decided to push the fingers a little bit more inside the handle to be able to have a firm grip. Yay, I managed to open the door, but now as you can see, my fingers are stuck because the angle of the door is not appropriate now to get my fingers out of the handle. And as I have turned my hand around, it is really not easy to figure out how to take it out. So I managed to close the door, trying to get my fingers out. And so I had to open this door again, and then slightly moving the fingers around, I finally managed taking out my Jayco hand without breaking anything. I had no problem closing the doors of all the microwaves, any of them, but for the door opening mechanism, we prefer the push button. All of my experience were done using the hand of Jaco as a pointer, and that was done by opening the 3 fingers and closing only 2. During the trial, I saw 3 types of entering time mechanism. There was the keyboard. There also was the wheel, which is not recommended. First of all, because the motion of turning the wheel necessitates a very great precision and alignment of the hand on the wheel. And second of all, the wheel increment is very small and it may take up to 6 rotation to be able to add 2 minutes. Then there is the tactile mechanism, and after a couple of unsuccessful tries, I suggest that this mechanism is not adequate for the use with Jaco. On the great majority of the microwaves that were tested, you may find the function Quick Min or Easy On. This function allows you to press on one unique button to increment the heating time by either 30 seconds or 1 minute. On some microwaves, you need to increment the heating time and press start. Others, it starts as soon as you press on the function. I think that the choice of the 2 previous criteria is very personal. But for use with the robotic arm, you'll need to verify the button sensitivity and check if holding down the button increments automatically the heating time if you need to press on this button multiple times. It is clear to me that the second option is preferable. As you just saw, if holding down the button creates an automatic incrementation of the heating time, errors are more likely to occur. This example and the previous one emphasize the fact that a keyboard with buttons that are big and spaced should be chosen. On certain keyboards, the buttons are very sensitive and you just have to approach slightly the hand for them to be activated. Others, even if the buttons are quite big in appearance, they may only be activated by pushing exactly on a precise spot on the button, like in this example. In conclusion, we'll choose a door opening mechanism that has a push button. We'll also prefer a microwave equipped with a keyboard. We'll make sure the buttons are big and spaced out, an adequate sensitivity and precision needed to enter the time. Finally, I suggest you make sure that the microwave you purchase is equipped with the Quick Min function, as this may help you enter time in a very efficient way. I hope you enjoyed this video and please share your experience.